Hello everyone, welcome back to Speak Healthy. Today we're going to share 10 signs of a possible and imminent heart attack. These signs are not meant to scare you, but to prepare you to one day save your own life or the lives of those you love. It's vital to act immediately if you or someone you know is experiencing these symptoms. Even if you're unsure whether it's a heart attack, it's better to err on the side of caution. The quicker someone gets to the hospital, the better their chance of survival and reduced heart damage. In the vast orchestra of the human body, the heart plays the most critical role, resonating a rhythm we often take for granted. But what if, amidst its constant beats, it began whispering urgent secrets to us? Secrets that, if ignored, could silence its music forever. Dive with us into the silent symphony of warnings as we uncover the vital early signs of an imminent heart attack, ensuring that this heart song continues to play harmoniously. Also be sure to subscribe to Speak Healthy for more content like this to better your health. Number 1. Chest discomfort or pain, or angina. At the heart of heart attack symptoms, quite literally, is the sensation of chest discomfort or pain, often referred to medically as angina. Dubbed the most prevalent red flag, its manifestations vary widely among individuals. This discomfort is not always a sharp, stabbing pain as one might imagine. More often, individuals describe it as an intense pressure, as if an elephant is sitting on their chest. It can also present as an unsettling squeezing sensation reminiscent of a tight grip around the heart. Some might say it feels like their chest is completely full or engorged, a sensation that's hard to ignore and distinct from any other. While movies and TV shows often depict heart-related pain as a dramatic clutching of the left side of the chest, angina can in reality be felt right in the center of the chest area. Just as its nature varies, so does its intensity. For some, the discomfort might be so subtle and fleeting that it's brushed off as indigestion or muscle pain. For others, it's a profound gripping pain that demands immediate attention. One should never underestimate or ignore even mild chest discomfort, especially if it's a sensation they've never felt before. Another deceptive characteristic of angina is its come-and-go nature. Like a warning siren that blares intermittently, the pain might recede, lulling one into a false sense of security only to return with greater intensity. This on and off pattern can sometimes lead individuals to delay seeking medical help, thinking it's not a persistent problem. Number 2. Shortness of breath. Breath, our silent and steadfast partner, rhythmically accompanies us from birth to the end, yet when it falters, our body rings alarms that we shouldn't ignore. Shortness of breath, medically known as dyspnea, is one such critical signal, especially when discussing heart health. Imagine being submerged underwater and the desperate need for air as the seconds tick by. That rising panic and urgent craving for oxygen is akin to what some feel during episodes of shortness of breath. It's not merely feeling out of breath after exercise, but an abrupt and unsettling inability to fill one's lungs, irrespective of recent physical activity. While chest pain or discomfort is the hallmark of heart-related issues, shortness of breath stands out because it can manifest independently. In certain cases, particularly among women, the elderly, and people with diabetes, dyspnea might be the primary or sole symptom of an impending heart problem. Number 3. Upper body pain. The human body is a complex network of nerves, muscles, and organs. When the heart, a pivotal organ, faces distress, it doesn't always communicate through direct channels. Instead, pain can manifest in places one wouldn't conventionally link to heart health, with the upper body being a primary conduit for these urgent messages. Upper body pain during a heart event can take on various guises. It might be a sharp shooting pain, a dull ache, a throb, or even a tingling sensation. This diversity often leads individuals to mistakenly attribute it to other causes like muscular strain or indigestion. A classic symptom associated with heart distress is a radiating pain down the left arm. However, it's vital to recognize the pain can also be felt in the right arm or both shoulders. Sometimes the pain can travel, beginning in the chest and moving outward, or it might manifest solely in these extremities without noticeable chest discomfort. A less acknowledged but equally significant symptom is a pain felt in the upper back. This might be experienced between the shoulder blades and can be mistaken for muscle strain, especially in people who might have engaged in physical activity or heavy lifting. A tightening or discomfort in the neck, often radiating up to the jaw, can be an atypical yet alarming sign of heart trouble. Some individuals describe it as a choking sensation or an inexplicable pressure, markedly different from the stiffness one might feel after a night of awkward sleeping. Often misinterpreted as heartburn, indigestion, or a stomach ulcer, discomfort or pain in the upper abdomen is another clandestine symptom. This can be especially misleading when it's the primary symptom, leading individuals to seek remedies for gastrointestinal issues rather than recognizing its cardiac origin. While upper body pain can stand alone, it's crucial to observe it in tandem with other symptoms. Experiencing shortness of breath, nausea, or excessive sweating along with its pain amplifies the urgency of the situation. Number 4. Nausea or vomiting. When we think of heart attack symptoms, the mind often jumps to the quintessential image of a person clutching their chest. However, the heart, as central as it is to our body's operations, can send out signals that may feel far removed from what one might expect from a cardiac event. Among these more elusive symptoms are nausea and vomiting. Nausea can be described as that unsettling sensation of impending sickness, a churning unease that the stomach is about to rebel. This feeling can intensify to the point of inducing vomiting, where the body actively tries to expel its contents. The body reacts to the decreased blood flow to the heart by triggering the vagus nerve, which can result in stomach symptoms. The sudden stress on the heart can also release a cascade of stress hormones, which can upset the stomach. Intriguingly, while men and women share many heart attack symptoms, women tend to experience certain ones like nausea or vomiting more frequently. It's pivotal for women to be aware of this, especially since these symptoms can easily be misattributed to other conditions like food poisoning, the flu, or gastrointestinal disturbances. Number 5. Lightheadedness or fainting. When the room starts spinning or the ground seems to rush up to meet you, it's not just disconcerting, it might be your body sounding a silent alarm. Lightheadedness and fainting, although not exclusively tied to cardiac issues, can be indicative of a heart that's struggling to perform its duty. Lightheadedness is akin to feeling dizzy or woozy, almost as if you're floating. It's that unsettling sensation that you might pass out or lose your balance. Fainting, or syncope, is a short-lived loss of consciousness resulting in a sudden, albeit temporary, inability to respond to stimuli. At the core of lightheadedness or fainting during a cardiac event is the intricate relationship between the heart and the brain. The brain, an organ with a voracious appetite for oxygen, relies on the heart to continually pump oxygen-rich blood its way. Any interruption or significant reduction in this flow can lead to these disorienting symptoms. Number 6. Cold sweat. It's a sensation most of us are familiar with. The sudden unexpected dampness on the skin, usually accompanied by a jolt of fear or anxiety. But when that cold sweat appears out of the blue without an obvious trigger, it might be more than just a fleeting moment of nervousness. It could be the body sounding an alarm about a possible heart event. Unlike the warmth associated with exertion or hot weather, a cold sweat during a potential cardiac event feels distinctly chilly, almost clammy. The skin might seem damp, and there's an unnerving contrast between the sudden perspiration and the coolness on the skin. Why does this happen during a heart attack? A cold sweat is part of the body's natural fight or flight response. When the heart is compromised, the body senses the distress and releases a surge of stress hormones, leading to various symptoms, including a cold sweat. Number 7. Fatigue. A yawn, heavy eyelids, and an overpowering desire to rest. We've all felt the pull of tiredness after a long day. But what if that fatigue blankets you even when the day has barely begun, or without any obvious reason? When fatigue feels profound and unrelenting, it might be more than just the outcome of a sleepless night. It could be the heart voicing its struggles. This isn't the usual tiredness that follows a day of hard work or physical exertion. This fatigue feels deeper, more encompassing. It's a weariness that doesn't relent after a full night's sleep, an exhaustion that seems disproportionate to any activity undertaken. The heart, our circulatory epicenter, is tasked with pumping oxygen-rich blood throughout the body. This oxygen is fundamental for energy production in our cells. When the heart's function is compromised, the energy supply can dwindle, leading to feelings of persistent fatigue. Number 8. Swelling. Swelling, also known as edema, can sometimes be brushed off as a temporary inconvenience or the outcome of a long day on your feet. But when it's persistent, pervasive, or pronounced, it might be indicative of a deeper problem. One potential and significant cause of such swelling is heart failure, where the heart isn't pumping blood as effectively as it should be. Edema is the medical term for swelling caused by fluid accumulation in the body's tissues. It can manifest as puffiness, tightness, and even weight gain. Pressing on the swollen area might leave a dimple, an indication that the skin is retaining fluid. The heart plays a pivotal role in regulating fluid balance in the body. When it's functioning optimally, it ensures that tissues receive just the right amount of blood, not too much, not too little. But when its efficiency drops, problems arise. Number 9. Heartburn, indigestion, or stomach pain. The discomfort of heartburn, or the nagging ache of indigestion, is something many people have encountered after indulging in a spicy meal or eating too quickly. But when these symptoms surface unexpectedly, without any dietary triggers, or if they seem different from past experiences, they may signal something far more critical than a mere upset stomach. Alarmingly, they can sometimes mask the onset of a heart attack. These sensations can range from mild discomfort to severe pain. Heartburn typically feels like a burning sensation behind the breastbone, often radiating upward. Indigestion and stomach pain, on the other hand, can manifest as a feeling of fullness, bloating, or an aching sensation in the upper abdomen. The heart and the digestive tract are connected by an intricate network of nerves. When the heart is under duress, it can sometimes send signals that confuse the brain into thinking a problem originates from the stomach or esophagus. This misinterpretation can lead to symptoms mimicking heartburn or indigestion. Number 10. Irregular heartbeat. The rhythm of our heartbeat is often a silent, unwavering presence in our lives, a steady cadence that underscores our existence. But when that rhythm falters, skips, or stutters, it can be disconcerting. Feeling like your heart is fluttering, racing, or beating out of sync might be just more than a temporary glitch. It can signify an underlying cardiac issue that warrants attention. An irregular heartbeat, medically termed as arrhythmia, is any deviation from the normal sequence of electrical impulses that drive heart's contractions. This can lead to the heart beating too slowly, too quickly, or in an uncoordinated manner. Depending on the type and severity of the arrhythmia, individuals might feel palpitations, a sensation that the heart is racing, pounding, or fluttering. Pauses, a feeling as though the heart has momentarily stopped. Irregular rhythm, an inconsistent rhythm which beats too close together or too far apart. We can't emphasize enough that if you're experiencing any of these signs, that you consult with your doctor or go to the nearest emergency center for further workup. One can never be too safe. If you found today's video to be informative, please don't forget to subscribe to Speak Healthy for more videos like this. We'll see you soon.